Yo, still Mills, what's the deal, man? I'm heading motherfucking the plantation, man. The scorcher continues until after tomorrow, man. So niggas is gonna be suffering, man, until then. But peep gang, we gotta get into this shit, man. And that's Devin Haney, man. Listen, I'm a fan of Devin Haney. I've always thought the kid was an incredible fighter. He still is an incredible fighter. Y'all know how I feel about the Lomachenko win. I thought Lomachenko won, but I definitely see why they gave Devin Haney the nod. I can completely understand why they would give him the nod. I don't. I even said in the video, I don't want it to make. I don't want them to make him beholden to giving Lomachenko a rematch. I don't. Just I spoke my piece with it. I didn't like how they was doing him after the victory. I didn't like that at all. So I've been very much so fair with Devin Haney. But how Youngin is moving in the now is something that's becoming alarming, bro. Like, and it's people who are somewhat backing it. You dig? It's a guy on my friends list. That's my man, but it's like my nigga. You're just not allowed. You're not holding this dude's feet to the fire, man, for the fuck shit that he's doing. You dig? When Bob Arum comes out and says, "Yo, man, there wasn't nothing substantial to that offer with him and Shakur Stevenson," that's pretty. That's alarming, my nigga. Like, you're fresh off of a win with Vasily Lomachenko. Now, Lomachenko was a no household name equivalent to even like a Gervonta Davis or nothing like that, but he's a high profile fighter. Motherfuckers know who Lomachenko is. And off of that Lomachenko win, you gotta think about all the celebrities that chimed in to voice their opinions on that fight in itself. There was a multitude of celebrities who came out and said, "Yo, nah, man, that ain't the move." Controversy sells, Brody. Controversy sells. So on that notion alone, the next fight you get on with another, Shakur isn't necessarily high profile, but he's a dude who's being looked at to be the next high profile fighter. You got to strike while the iron is hot, and you ain't do that. You let you do some bullshit offer at him or whatever, man. The 25%, which I'm not saying Shakur is obligated to like 50% of the proceeds or nothing like that. Nah, man, but you have to take into consideration his stature within the sport. I don't. Your name doesn't ring bells like Shakur's does. Shakur can sell out in his hometown. You're not selling out in Vegas or Frisco. You're not selling out in none of them places. You dig? So to offer that man 25% is a head scratcher. That's like kind of telling a nigga like, I don't think you really want that drama. I don't think you really want that drama. And for Bob to come out and say, "Nah, man, there was nothing substantial to that contract." It's like, damn, homie, you moving real goofy under the light. You dig? Like, let's be clear about Devin Haney, man. That was an incredible milestone for you to achieve. We're going undisputed, but you have had one fight to become undisputed. You beat Lomachenko, hell of a win. But you had one fight to become undisputed. One. One fight to become undisputed, Brody. And you kind of walking around like you deserve roses thrown at your feet. Like, you didn't go through a gauntlet to collect all them belts or nothing. You didn't. It ain't like you collected 2 or 3 of the belts from a champion and picked up a vacant. It wasn't even like that. You picked up one belt to Lomachenko, through you being elevated, and then the other belt you picked up off of George Cambosos when he wasn't even supposed to be Teofimo Lopez. You are doing some game goofy shit. Like, you are doing shit that somebody who's a little bit more established and accomplished does. They play these little, they run these little Jedi mind tricks or whatever, man. It's like, it's kind of getting annoying. Because I don't want this for you. I don't want this for you. If you can't make 135 pounds, cool, jump up to 140. I'm not mad at that at all. I'm not mad at that at all. I salute it. But if Regis is a dude that you're not ready, equipped to deal with, then let that man go. You dig? Stop pump faking. Stop with the pump faking, man. Like, You're not finding a lot. You're not signing the paperwork. You're then like, come on, man. Like, what are you doing, youngin? What are you doing? What are you doing exactly? It's just not a good look for you to. It's just not a good look, Brody. It's not a good look. You looking funny under the light. You moving real funny right now, man. You are moving real funny. And that's going to cripple you because people already feel that you lost to Lomachenko and you got a gift decision. This is not going to help your profile. It's not, bro. Like you, at this point, people are going to. They can't wait to see you lose, and it ain't like you Floyd Mayweather or nothing like that. If people can't wait to see you lose, they'll wait till you fight somebody who's a imminent threat to you to even tune in to you, just for the sake of seeing you lose. That's not necessarily the imagery that you want, fam, at all. You looking real funny under the light, Brody. Real funny under the light. It just, yeah, not cool. That's what it all boils down to. Not cool. Not cool. If you don't want to fight Regis, cool. I don't even think you should jump straight up and fight Regis. I'm not a fan of fighters jumping up into the division and diving straight into the croc pool. I don't think that's necessarily because you may not be able to make it. You may not be able to make it work up in a higher division. You jump up there, you get hit with something devious, and you still suffer from the remnants of that shot. So even when you come back down to a division that you was a lot more dominant in, you're not as dominant because of how them shots that you took in that high. Like look at Josue Vargas, man. That man might be done, bro. Like he might be done after what Chone did to him, and that's in a division that he's acclimated to. It is. So I'm not a fan of fighters just straight up and down jumping to the next division and taking on the most the most credible threat up there. I'm not a fan of doing that. Even Teofimo, it was a building process with him. Yo, I don't want to fight Arnold Barboza. He went out of his way to be dismissive of Arnold Barboza. Give me Campos and then give me Sandor Martin. What Sandor Martin is, he's a really he's a really good fighter, but he just lacks the punching power. But everything else is there. Let me get him. And he did not look good against him. But when it was time for him to fight Josh Taylor off of a year layoff or not, he looked incredible. So it was a building process. You jumping right into the shark pool. It's like, yo, with Regis is that at that. It is some killers up there at 140 pounds, man. So if you having cold feet about fighting Regis, I'm not even mad at it, man. I'm not even mad at it. But quit doing the goofy shit. Quit doing the shit that's letting it be. Just you keep finding ways to try to place blame on other people's feet when you're in a position to dictate shit, bro. You're in a position to dictate shit. You can say yay or nay to the fights. You can say yay or nay. You're activating your mandatory as a fucking as a undisputed champion in a lower weight class, and you jumping up to fight the champion. All right, cool, fighting. If not, move on. But motherfuckers don't want to sit here and play games with you, man. Like you trying to move today. Just do little sucker shit to behind scenes to where you can, diss my nigga and be like, man, yo, man, Regis ducking, Regis bullshitting. You running from the champ. Like, bro, it's like that's not the case. He's like, my shit is signed, man. You and your dad is playing games. Even your pops running interference for you talking about Lomachenko don't deserve a rematch. The opposing public is going to say opposite of that because the opposing public feel like you lost that fight. I don't know what your pops is talking about. He don't deserve no rematch. But if that's not what you want to do, you can't make 135 no more. All right, cool. Make your bones at 140, man. But don't string niggas along and make it seem as if you doing something that's on the up and up and you not. You looking funny, man. This is not the move. Everybody think they want to be the villain, bro. No, you don't want that villain role. You you don't want that villain role, bro. At least not this early. Not this early. That is going to have a negative effect on you. The motherfuckers be looking at fighters from the past and what it is that they did. Y'all are not them, and that's okay. But you know, if the villain, you not fit for the villain role right now, bro. People are still aggravated with like motherfuckers don't even want to look in your direction right now because of that Lomachenko win. It ain't a good look for you, G. It ain't a good look for you, man. So if you're gonna go up and fight Regis, fight Regis. I wouldn't even be mad if you took a step back and fought a contender or a top 10 to 15 opponent in the division before you jump up in there with Regis, man. But make a decision and make it quick, bro, because you're looking real funny and goofy up under the lights. It's not a good look at all, at all. So what you gonna do? We got 4 months left in the year, man. Deuces.